I consider Eckhart Tolle to be one of my spiritual teachers for sure. But one of the key things he repeatedly talks about is how key, how crucial painful experiences are in our awakening process. In fact, not just key, but necessary, essential. That in fact, we cannot advance to higher consciousness, where whatever that is. Without that, we cannot do it. And so the so-called trouble, suffering, horrible misfortune, stuff that sucks and we wish hadn't happened, and all of those things, maybe you might even be ashamed of or feel, traumatized. That's a popular word these days, trauma, are actually, wow, like the golden nuggets, the things that we really ought to be appreciative of. I consider this to be one of his most valuable pieces of teaching, and one that has benefited me tremendously. About 15 years ago, my traumatic experience was the loss of my marriage, so divorce. But along with that was the loss of my house. And there was a lot of financial trauma connected with that. And it coincided with a very intense involvement I had at the time with a spiritual teacher who is also a healer from India, someone I had met in New York City through a close friend I had gone to college with in New York. And so, and at the time I met this person and became a student of his. There was about a 5-year period of very intense study, but also gathering together a pretty sizable group of people around getting healing and learning about spiritual stuff and working on their own development. And that happened both in Connecticut and New York. And anyway, so this coincided with the kind of ending and dissolution of my 25-year relationship with the man who was my partner in co-parent, father of my children, and also we were in business together. We had a small company, creative company making videos. So a lot of things happening at the same time. Big life kind of changes, developments coinciding. And in the aftermath of that tremendous loss, there was a lot of emotion around it and a lot of pain. And in my case, particularly a lot of anger. And as I continued to work on my spiritual practice over that period of time since then, I have come to understand in a more deep way how true Eckhart's words are. I have come to, in a very deep level, accept how much I needed those painful things to happen. and that had they not happened, I would not be where I am now.